Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We've got some breaking news that's stirred up a lot of talk in Canadian political circles. This one centers around Jenni Byrne, a prominent figure in the Conservative Party of Canada, CPC, who has announced she will not be leading the Conservatives' campaign in the upcoming federal election. The news first came to my attention through a post shared by Mr. Sunshine Baby. Unfortunately, I can't pinpoint the exact article or media outlet it originated from, but it's gaining traction regardless. The headline? Jenni Byrne has officially stepped back from leading the Conservative campaign. So now, naturally, everyone is asking, is this the beginning of healing for the CPC? Now, for anyone unfamiliar with who Jenni Byrne is, she's been one of the top advisors to Pierre Poilievre and played a key role in several past Conservative campaigns. Essentially, she was the campaign manager, the person responsible for the strategic direction during election time. There were a lot of rumors swirling about her leadership style and how she interacted with people during the campaign process. Apparently, she rubbed a few folks the wrong way. I don't know all the details, but the general consensus was that there were problems with her approach and strategy. According to the report, Byrne will not be at the helm of the next federal campaign, but isn't disappearing from politics altogether. Instead, she'll be stepping into a reduced role, likely behind the scenes, if she stays involved at all. It's being framed as her choice, but speculation suggests there may have been pressure to step aside. A video posted by someone named Linda adds fuel to this conversation. But before we dive into what she says, just a quick reminder. If you enjoy this kind of content and want to stay up to date, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. It helps the channel grow and keeps the conversation going. So, back to the topic, Linda doesn't hold back. She directly challenges Byrne's version of events, stating, "Jenni Byrne is lying. The Conservative base hasn't said anything about her hair, her weight, or her sex life. What we want to know is why she lost again and where all the campaign money went." That's a pretty strong statement, and it's echoed by other voices online, including political commentator Stephen Taylor. Taylor recently discussed Byrne's response to criticism in a video where she appeared to be deflecting the conversation away from political performance and onto personal attacks she claims to have received. In that video, Byrne quoted a line from The Godfather, saying, "This is the business we chose." She acknowledged that success in politics is measured by winning, not losing, but seemed surprised at the level of scrutiny she's faced as a campaign manager. She pointed out that in her experience, campaign managers, even those from other parties, aren't usually subjected to such intense post-election analysis. She noted that some of her peers have made far riskier or more controversial moves without facing the same heat. Byrne also argued that she didn't believe being a woman had impacted her ability to lead campaigns, especially since she was already managing campaigns successfully at the age of 34. However, she did mention that much of the post-campaign criticism she's received has turned bizarrely personal, comments on everything from her looks, her weight, to her personal life. She said her sister often sends her screenshots of what people are saying online, and it's disheartening. Now here's where it gets more critical. Frankly, her response struck a lot of people, including myself, as evasive. Because, as Linda and others have pointed out, the real issue isn't her appearance or private life. It's the fact that she has presided over for losing campaigns in a row. This is a results-driven industry, like many others. When you lose not once or twice, but 4 times, people are naturally going to start asking hard questions. Why did this happen? What went wrong with the campaign strategies? Were the right decisions made? This is not personal, it's professional accountability. There are also unconfirmed reports and rumors about Byrne's interactions with others during campaign planning. For example, people associated with the Rumble platform allegedly reached out to her team to collaborate or invite Pierre Poilievre to events. According to the rumors, they were met with hostility or disinterest. One story even suggests that Donald Trump Jr. wanted to come up to Canada to support Pierre and was turned away by Byrne's team, allegedly not in the most polite way. Now, let's be honest, cozying up to Trump Jr. wouldn't necessarily be a smart move in Canadian politics. Many Canadian voters, especially swing voters and moderates, would be turned off by a conservative leader closely tied to the Trump brand. That association might energize a small base, but it could alienate a much larger group. So, in that sense, Byrne's decision might have been strategically sound. But again, how things are done, tone, approach, politeness, still matters in leadership, especially in politics. Looking at the broader picture, it's clear that the Conservatives didn't entirely fail. They received 41% of the national vote, which is actually an excellent result for them historically. In fact, they've secured majority governments with less support in past elections. So yes, credit where it's due. The party gained significant traction. But because Canada's left-leaning parties like the NDP have lost support and their voters tend to gravitate toward the Liberals when they're weak, it has effectively turned federal elections into a two-party race. And that hurts the Conservatives. For the Conservatives to win, they either need to pull more centrist voters or hope the NDP rebounds enough to siphon votes from the Liberals again. The NDP needs better leadership, clearer direction, and, frankly, more financial resources to become a serious player again. Until that happens, the Liberals will likely continue to win under this current dynamic. Back to the Conservative side. With a recent string of failures, change is necessary. You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over and expect different results. It's not about scapegoating one person for everything that's gone wrong, but leadership accountability is real. If you're managing campaign after campaign, and the outcomes keep coming up short, there must be a reassessment. It's also worth noting that according to Byrne's own website, she's on a leave of absence right now. What does that really mean? Is it just a softer way of saying she's being pushed out? Or is she truly just stepping back temporarily and will return in some limited capacity? That remains to be seen. But in many people's eyes, this might be a quiet transition into full departure.